Hello and welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm gonna wait just a minute, make sure this is going to Facebook to Facebook. Yes. Okay, we are live. Welcome, welcome. I just want to apologize. I'm so excited about today. I've got some really great things to share with you. Before I do, I apologize if you can hear my next door neighbor mowing his backyard right now. I was waiting a couple of minutes, hoping he would like kind of scoot around the corner, but no, he's still there. So if you hear a lawnmower in the background, my apologies. So listen, consistency. It's been a topic in the group a lot lately, specifically around how are we eating during the week and then going overboard on the weekend, right? That's inconsistency. Like I can be so good, I can do all the right things during the week, and then during the weekend, I lose control and I go overboard, right? It's the same idea as the woman who tells me, I don't know if this is you or not. The woman who tells me I can be so good all day long, and then once the kids go to bed, I just can't control myself. I just end up eating everything in the kitchen, right? Or I can't stay away from the chips once 3 o'clock hits after I've been so good all day. There's a theme of consistency, right? We can be so good. Okay, that's a whole nother topic using that word good when it comes to food, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. Being good, staying on track, being consistent for a period of time, and then we can't sustain it, right? And then we kind of lose control with food. If that is you, if you have that pattern in your life, and to be honest, most women I talk to do, okay, then my one question I have for you is, are you actually being consistent? I'd say no, you're not. And here's the thing about consistency, it is one of the most undervalued skills when it comes to losing weight, building up fitness, re- building up our health, right? Creating healthier habits. It's all about consistency. Okay. Now, it's being consistent in the habits that are going to move the needle, right? Definitely. But even if we can't do those things and become a type of person who follows through on what we say we're going to do, we're going to keep spinning our wheels. So today, if you're joining live, please say hi in the comments. If you're watching the replay, put replay in the comments down below so I know who's joining. I'm going to give you 3 strategies, and really it's more than three because like there's 3 categories, but even in those 3, I'm going to give you more strategies today that I teach my clients in my 4-month mentoring coaching program because I want to help you in this group as well. So stay tuned because I want to give you some really specific strategies that help my clients build up their consistency muscle, basically. Okay. Before I do that, I have a really exciting announcement. I released this to my people who are on my email list the end of last week, and I want to share it with you here. That because I believe in, to be honest, I believe in complete transparency. Someone asks me about what I do, I tell them, you want help and support? I want to give it to you. Um, I get questions about the coaching program. I what I answer the questions as honestly as I can. Okay. I believe in transparency. And so because of that, I am actually changing the name of my coaching program. So if you've been in this group for a while, you know that my coaching program has been called the Unstuck Method. It is now changed to the Aligned Body Mind Method. And the reason for that is the Unstuck Method, it worked for a while, but for I don't know how long, for a little while, it just hasn't been sitting right with me. It doesn't accurately describe what we do. Yes, women come into this program and they get unstuck from the spinning the wheels, right? Getting off the hamster wheel of um, restriction and overeating, or losing 10 pounds and gaining the same 10 pounds back. Okay. They get unstuck. But what we really do is we align their actions, thoughts, and goals. Okay. So you've got that battle, that tug of war, mental tug of war in your head, going back and forth. Oh, I really want the chocolate cake. Oh, but I know I shouldn't. Right? I really want to lose weight, but I really want to have the margaritas this weekend. Right? There's this mental tug of war, this battle going on. Okay. And so what we do is we bring into alignment the thoughts, the story that's going on in your head, the actions that you're actually taking each day, with the goals that you have, the outcomes that you want in your life. Okay. Not everyone comes in to the program, to be honest, wanting to lose with a primary goal of losing weight. Some definitely do. Others, it's more about curbing emotional eating. Others, it's about just they just want to be healthy. They want to be normal with food, right? So whatever the goal of that outcome is, I teach women how to break through those mental and emotional barriers that are holding them back so they get unstuck, but then create alignment. So they're not fighting all the time. They don't have that battle. They're able to take their power back from the ties they feel like they have to food. Okay, so because of that, you will now see moving forward this program, the coaching program that I offer, referred to as the aligned body mind method. So if there's any confusion, I just wanted to clear it up. I wanted to share that because it's something that I'm excited about. Okay. So now let's talk about consistency, right? Here are 3 strategies that I teach clients. Okay. And so if you're in my coaching program and you're watching this, you're already going to know these. Okay. You're already putting these into place. But for those who are not, I want to share a few strategies with you. One is if you know that you need to build some consistency in your eating habits, your nighttime snacking, your fitness, okay, whatever it is, this applies. Okay. The mistake that I see a lot of women make is that they jump on some 7-day juice cleanse or some 30-day fitness challenge, or right, it's a big overhaul. I'm going to do all of it at once. I'm going to commit. I'm in 110%. And they go 3 days and then they lose it. They can't stick with it. And the reason is they're trying to do too much too soon, too fast. Okay. Their brain is hardwired to resist change. All of our, not theirs, all of our brains is hardwired to resist change because it's unfamiliar. So as soon as we try to do something that's more than what our brain wants to be able to handle, okay, as soon as it perceives something that's a big change, it's going to resist and pull us back to our old patterns. And it's not your fault. It's not that you have low willpower or you're not motivated. That's the way we are programmed in our brain. Okay, that's how our subconscious works. It is what it is. But once you know that, once you learn about how our brain works, our conscious and our subconscious brain, and I have a whole modules on this for clients. But once you learn that, I'm giving just a piece of that today. Then you can learn how to work with that instead of fighting against it. So how do you work with that? One step is make small changes. And I know you're sitting there saying, "But small changes, but that's not going to get me anywhere." Well, you know what? A couple small changes over the next month that you can sustain and be consistent with, that's going to get you a whole lot farther than cutting out all sugar and bread for 4 days and then binging on pizza, ice cream, and chips because you can't stand it anymore and doing that 5 times over the next month. That's not going to get you anywhere except totally frustrated. So instead, break down, pick one habit, something that you want to be consistent with, and break it down into a small step. Okay. Just something small. If you are someone who you sit down every night with a huge bowl of ice cream and you know that it's going to be a little tough to lose some weight if you're eating a bowl of ice cream every night. Okay. You know that that's not good for your health. Okay. Instead of saying no sugar, just cut down to a smaller bowl. And if that feels doable, do that for a while. Let your body get used to that and then cut down to a smaller bowl. And you do it slowly over time. Okay. So the question is break it down to a small step and ask yourself what's an improvement for you that you feel you can sustain. Okay. Not relying on willpower. I'm going to just grit my teeth. I'm going to force myself to do it. What actually feels like you can sustain it. Okay. Because we're looking for lifestyle here. We're not looking for a 3-week drop 10 pounds. Not that I know a lot of you wouldn't mind that, right? Okay. We're looking for lifestyle changes here, things that will last. Okay, that's one. Second, if you're not writing these down, grab a pen and paper because these are things that you can start implementing today. as to how to build consistency. Okay. Number two, okay, this comes, same idea as habits, because habits are all about being consistent. Okay. Instead of focusing on the goal, okay, I want to wear a certain size jeans, okay, a month from now. Okay. We're focused on the goal, and everything we're doing is towards that goal. Okay. But then what we're doing each day is what that does is it brings our focus into what we don't have, right? I want to wear a certain size jeans by middle of November, okay, or a month from now. All that, by making that my primary focus, that brings my attention to the fact that I'm not there. That I am not at that size jeans, that I don't like how my muffin top, or how my jeans are too tight right now. Okay. Instead of focusing on just the goal, focus on building habits that will get you there. So this is number two, focus on the process. Okay. So focus on habits and building the habits, building the process instead of just the actual end goal. Doesn't mean you're not going to get there, but it shifts your focus from focusing on what you don't have yet. If you've heard the expression, where your where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? By paying attention to what you don't have, you're going to pay attention. You're going to draw. Your energy is going to go there. You want to put your energy into what you can do, right? So building a process, building those habits, shifting your focus. Okay, that's number two. Okay, and that comes, these first two, if you are interested in more, James Clear, if you do not know him, he wrote, he's a habits expert. He wrote the book Atomic Habits. I know some of you in this group have read it. It's excellent. If you want to dive deeper into that, please go right ahead and grab that book. I highly recommend it. Okay, third strategy. Ready? So first one was small steps. Second was shifting your focus. Okay. This is one of the key pillars within that I take clients through in my coaching program. Okay. It's called invisible success strategies. I call them invisible simply not because they're secret, but because they're internal. Okay. It's not about eating salads every day, or about drinking half your body weight in water, or walking, which are all things that we do. Those are our behaviors. Okay. But it's what happens internally. And so the reason that these are success strategies is because they build reinforcement around the new habits that you're building to be consistent with, these new behaviors that you are trying to build consistency with. Okay, creates reinforcement, because what happens is, I go through the week and I'm having a salad every day. Let's say I want to build consistency around um, nighttime snacking. Okay, it's an easy one because a lot of people struggle with that, right? Okay. That I'm gonna have just some fruit for a nighttime snack instead of a bowl of ice cream. Okay, it's a healthier option. I get to the weekend and I've had a really long week. Let's say let's say you're someone who's home with young kids. Your partner's out of town all week. You've been single parenting kids all week long. You get to Friday, you think, oh my gosh, I really need the ice cream or the margarita or the chips. Okay. If we haven't built reinforcement to keep ourselves focused on the consistency and the follow through, then we're going to go for the margarita and the chips and the ice cream. So building this reinforcement. So and you might be thinking like, I don't know what you're talking about, these success strategies. I'm going to tell you some of them. Okay. So for example, and these are things that we do. One is identity scripting. This is a specific type of writing that I teach clients, that helps shift how you identify yourself. Because if you identify yourself as an emotional eater, you're going to continue to be an emotional eater. If you start to shift your identity to someone who prefers healthy foods, then you're going to start to prefer healthy foods. It's going to help. It's that foundation. It's that foundation layer that helps support everything that you're building up above. Okay. So identity scripting, doing visualization work. Okay. Visualizing your day, the choices that you're making. It's a movie in your mind that can set your subconscious up for the choices you want to make during the day. okay? Having a daily plan. We do this. Every client I work with, they get an aligned action journal. In that journal, part of their journaling is to have that daily plan. It's changing the story in your head. That's another success strategy. Okay. Other pieces are get some support. Talk to your family, friends, right? Work with a coach, whether it's me or someone else, work with someone who knows how to guide you through these steps. So you can build that consistency, to build the health that you want. Okay. Get accountability. Again, friends, family. We have accountability in our client only Facebook group. We practice that every week. So get some accountability. Okay. Those are other strategies. So I've just given you a list of different ways to help build consistency. Okay. So again, I'm going to go through these real quick again because I want you to use them. I want you to take something from this that you can then implement today. Not, oh, I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start on the first of the month. Okay. If you're serious about making change, implement it today. I want you to take action because change doesn't happen unless you start taking different actions. Okay. So figure out what you want to be consistent with and break it down into a really small step that feels doable and manageable, right? Ask yourself, what's an improvement for you? Second is focus on your process. Shift your focus from just focusing on the goal to focus on the process, building these habits. Okay. And start looking at invisible or internal success strategies. What can you do inside yourself to start to build your reinforcement around these habits, whether it's asking for support and accountability, which I realize is not internal, okay, but it's going to help build reinforcement. Journaling, writing, visualization, meditation is another one. Having a daily plan, okay, those are all different strategies. Okay, so for those of you who are here live, thank you for joining. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions about any of these strategies that I went through, if you want more personalized support to build consistency, to break through all the food self-sabotage that is holding you back, please drop a comment below. I'll reach out. We can connect in Messenger. Just let me know. I would love to connect. Okay? I hope you all have a fantastic day. Okay, take care.